Hello, and I want to talk about my thoughts for today. It's just a little thought about life and journey as a Christian, and I'm going to draw my ideas from two major stories. First of all, Joseph, and the other, David. So Joseph had 12 brothers, and he was loved by his dad the most among all his siblings. And he has this dream one day how the sun and the moon and the stars bow down to him. And it sort of represented his brothers and how they bow down to him. And they were not really happy and pleased with their dreams. And lots of lessons can be drawn from that short story. First of all, you have to be careful who you tell your dreams to. So that not everybody will cheer you on to that spot, but there are people that will still cheer you on. So that's like one, but that's not what I want to talk about. So he's then betrayed by his brothers, and he's sold off um, slave as a slave. He was supposed to be killed, but one of his brothers suggested that there was no point killing him. They let him just sell him off as a slave, and that was how he landed in Egypt, and he was a slave to Potiphar, which his wife, Potiphar's wife, lied on him, and he was sent to jail. So his life just went from one terrible spot to another, and it seemed like everything was a lie. That he had this wonderful dream, this wonderful ideology of what he was supposed to be like, and why did he have to go through all that? And I'll go back to David's story. So similar situation happened to David, and he was anointed to be the king of Israel. And David was just a teenage boy who used to rear his father's cattle in the bush, and his siblings did not respect him. His dad did not respect him. That, oh, this is our new king. No, he still did the same thing. As a matter of fact, it took him another 15 years or more or less, just or thereabout, to become king. Of which, during this period, he was exiled. He was without food. He was living in the wilderness. He was always running for his life. He At a time he stayed with the enemies. He acted like a madman so they don't kill him. It was hell for him. But this was someone that was anointed, so he knew what his destination was supposed to be. Then why did he have to go through all this part? What I'm about to share is that sometimes, most of the time, God prepares us for that journey. What God does is shows us where our destination is, but He doesn't show us how to get there, because He knows if He shows us the journey step through which we get there, we will always and almost say, oh, no, we're comfortable where we are. We don't want to go. We don't no 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 we don't want to go through this pain to get to that glory He has talked about. And sometimes us being having an idea of every step by the way takes out the it actually signifies the absence of faith. So we cannot have faith to believe for the next level. So what happens is that God makes us go through processes that breaks us, not just break us, it takes out things that are not supposed to be in our lives, and at the same time add things that are supposed to be in our lives that will help us flourish in that particular position that He wants us to be. Like Joseph in the in the and when he was in prison, he had to practice by interpreting people's dreams, and he was made like the head prisoner, and he found favor. And when it was time to meet the king, he was well groomed and well prepared. He interpreted the dream, and he knew exactly the solution to save Egypt. So you might see your situation right now where you are as something that makes no sense. And how does this adds to the grand scheme of things where you want to be, that idea that you've thought about, that place, that dream that you want? Just know that this is a stepping ground or a training ground for you to get to that level. And you have to trust God and tell Him that, God, please guide me. Help me see what I'm not seeing. What should I learn in this time of my life that will be useful for that next level that you want me to be? And trust me, everything will be fine. It's difficult. It's a difficult time. It's a difficult process. We all go through it. There's always one new step. Once you get to that level, there's always another level, and you have to go through that growing process. And what lengthens our growing process is how fast we can get all the things that God wants us to get to function in that place. God is not a waster of resources. It's just like you having a child that is 5 years old and tells you that, Dad, I want to own a car, I want to drive a car now. If you are a loving father, you will deny that child that request. You wait for that child to be of right age. And even if the child is of right age, if the child still doesn't know how to drive, you won't give that child that car, because the car will kill the child. You wait for that child to learn how to drive first, and you can trust that that child would have come of age and has gotten the skills and to function in that time of his life. And that's how it is with God. It makes us go through this process. We grow along the process. We become better humans. Pride is chopped off of us. Jealousy is chopped off of us. Anger is chopped off of us. Things that will not function in that new dispensation leaves us in this process, in this growing process. So wherever you are now, do not give up. Know that this is just a training ground for you to get to your next level. Like I said last week, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to grow my faith and get better to move to the next level that God has destined me to be. And I trust that everything will be okay. So these are my thoughts. By the well. Good night.